Hello everybody, I would like to introduce you to Dragalia Lost. Dragalia Lost? I don't really know, they've said it a few times in the game, but I still don't have it down. This is a gacha game by Nintendo. If you don't know what a gacha game is, it's basically one of those games where you use the in-game currency to buy any random assortment of heroes, whether it's Fire Emblem Heroes, dragons when it's Puzzles and Dragons, really anything for as far as gacha games go, anime waifu, whatever it may be. This game, you can summon dragons, you can summon characters, heroes, I guess you would call them, anything of that sort. And this is an action game, so the way you use those heroes, I'm gonna show this off first because this is an important part of the game. It's the gameplay. The way you use those heroes are in little adventure dungeons. They're nothing too complicated. I'll show this off. Shadow Steep Ruins for a beginner. The weakness, there is a type matchup in this game, and it automatically shows you their weakness. So their weakness is going to be a light team. So I'm going to bring a light-based team rather, into this dungeon. You can see they're not too powerful because I don't use light very much, but that's just how it has to be. I've put about 5 hours into this game, so I'd like to say I'm pretty well versed in it. Of course, that's like no time compared to like how much time you should put into a gacha game. So you know what? Here's a starter tip. You know what? No, we'll call it a dragon tip. Here's a dragon tip for y'all new out there. Don't be afraid to use auto attack. Although I'm going to show that in a second because I do want to show off the gameplay. Move around just like you would in pretty much any other mobile game. By tapping, you can do a string of attacks. I'm an archer here, so of course I'm going to do my string of archer attacks. You get one use of a support option every game, which can really be anything you choose it to be, because you get to choose it before you go in. So I have a little bit of a little combo there. It'll usually do more than your average attack, and of course you do have your own special attack that charges up over time as you fight enemies. And then of course you do have a dragon summon that you can change into once you also hit enough enemies, or if you find some, I don't really know what they're called, we'll call it a dragon crystal, usually strewn about the level. You find that it'll pretty much charge you up to full, so you don't have to worry about that. However, if you want, you can just put the game on auto, and that can help with a lot of the more grindy segments of the game. If you're maybe just trying to grind up your Wormite so that you can summon characters, you could do that. If you're trying to grind up coins, it's a gacha game. Here's that dragon crystal I was talking about. Pretty much will fill my dragon meter up pretty well. So we're going to be sitting pretty on that one. So I'm just gonna let auto do its thing. So when you press auto, your character will run through. It won't use any attacks. It won't use any special attacks. It won't go for the treasure. But don't be afraid to use it. That's my dragon tip. Don't be afraid to use auto attack or auto complete, whatever you want to call it, because it is fully capable of just beating the stage you're in. Once again, if you're not going for any of the extra stuff. I wouldn't recommend having it on a boss, especially if you're a little bit underleveled. So I'm just going to keep fighting here, and you can take control whenever you want, even without disabling auto attack if you want. You could just leave it on, keep attacking, like do whatever you need to. Maybe you see a treasure chest out of the corner of your eye, just take over for a little bit. This is my prized 5-star summon. Dragon summon. They get their own special attack, so I can use it here. Go ahead and completely destroy the boss in one hit. Okay, sure. That works for me. And of course, we're going to get all these yummy, yummy prizes. This is actually the first time I've done this stage today, so there you have it. All your daily bonuses and stuff will reset from day to day, so you have a little bit of an incentive to keep playing. Wow, I have not used that character once. Yeah, this team of 4 you see here, all characters I've used. Or I've summoned. Got the Thief's Dagger. I guess one of the characters is actually you get them from just playing the game through the story mode, which is of course you want to do first. Got a Nightfall Orb, some upgrading stuff, and we will go into next so I can show off some more parts of the game. So that's the main part of the game. You're doing your gameplay. There is a co-op mode here that's actually quite fun. You can pretty much take on anything in co-op. Completed an endeavor here. Clear 5 quests, so I got that done. I can accept the rewards, and I have one more to do for the rest of the day. I'll make sure to do that. Got a normal quest, which I believe don't reset. Maybe they reset like once a week. Not sure about that, because the game hasn't even been out for a week. Next, you know what? We'll show off the item store. Now, the item store isn't important most of the time if you don't want to spend actual money on the game, but if you go into value packs, actually that's incorrect, that's where you would spend money. Upgrade essentials. You want to go here every day because you will get a free item summon. You'll summon like 8, I want to say, items. I'm pretty sure it's 8 items. Maybe it's 10. And they could be anything from coins, which I'll show you what you can use them for. You won't get Wormite for it because you use Wormite to do the item summon, but you get one free one every day. Then it'll increase in cost every time you do it. 50 Wormite for the first, 100 Wormite for the second, and that's where I stopped caring because I'm not paying 100 Wormite for one of those bad boys. So we can also go to the castle on the bottom here, the castle grounds. This is one of the points that I really like about the game, is you can like just build your own little kingdom here, upgrade all of your stuff, which I have been doing a lot for these little gold mining boys. I figure the cost to upgrade these little gold mining stations is less than the cost that they're going to give you in the long run, so I just keep upgrading them. You can see they cost rupees, which is what they call the money in this game. Oh, I need materials from this point onwards. Oh boy, can't do that. Got little dragon fruits, that's how you upgrade your dragons. You can upgrade your castle, the Halidom it calls it, which gives you more room to explore your little kingdom. You can go up here to your dragon nest, which will allow you to increase your bond with your dragon and allow you to stay transformed into them a little bit longer than usual. So I can go and toss some, I don't know, some moo milk into this big bad boy. Get him to love us a little more. Make him not hate us. Our best days are yet to come. True as heck. Don't forget to do this at least once a day as well, because you do get a free bread to toss to them, which will give you not much oh, we have a dragon story. I'll leave that for later. Again, you can use any of your little dragons here. This is a dragon, I guess. I mean, it has a tail, sure. But, alright. Yeah, you can spend as much money as you want. I'm not too interested in paying for anything over that little 1500 moo milk there. I'm not sure if that's quite worth it, so I'll bite my tongue on that for now. Anyway, yeah, that's pretty much most of the game right there. You can go to upgrade your adventurers by using these little crystals, which increase their power more the more expensive it is. You can go to your mana circles, or mana circles, however you want to say it. I think the actual way to say it is mana. And these will give little tiny boosts to your party members, whether it's HP, attack power, sometimes in the form of new attacks, which I always recommend putting on these new abilities. They're always useful. They're always going to be useful, never not useful, is what I say. Like a resistance to stun, that's the good stuff right there. You don't want to pass that up. Also, always remember to get your Force Strike. It'll make dealing with certain enemies with shields so much easier. You don't want to be caught fighting an enemy with a shield without your Force Strike available. You can upgrade your weapons by like getting rid of duplicates. Haven't delved into that too much just because it takes a while to sort through them. You can get some crafting, pay some money for that craft, have the craft materials, you're Gucci to go. Super easy. Upgrade your dragons with that little dragon fruit I was showing you. In fact, let's upgrade our 5-star right here. I'm gonna put in a good 8 because it's not a bad dragon, I'd say. So boom, there you go. You can see the stats increase exponentially. You can also combine dragons of like kind, but I don't believe I have any of those, which will increase their level cap. The same goes for Wormprits, basically. These are little skills that you can equip to each of your characters, and they'll have little effects. I'm not sure how to show it. Here it is. Okay. So this card will increase the full HP is equal to skill damage plus 25%. I'm not really sure what that means, but it increases your HP. And then it gives you skill haste, which means it takes less time for you to use your skill every time. It's great. Every time you level up your account up here on the top, you get an increase in stamina and your little wings, which are what enable you to do co-op, this right here. And as you can see, I have a lot of them. I just don't want to burn myself out in the game, so, you know, I don't go all out whenever I can. That's it for upgrades. If we can look through our teams, you can see all the characters that I've... Oh, hello there. Yeah, alright. I know that. Okay, thanks for that. Go to our collection here, you can see all the heroes I've summoned. Not too many, but I am enjoying it. It's, okay, to compare it to Fire Emblem Heroes, it's not as disappointing as Fire Emblem Heroes, mainly because you don't know who the characters are. Like, in Fire Emblem Heroes, you can go in being like, oh, I hope I get Lucina, and then never get Lucina. This one, you have no expectations, so, you know, it's a lot more rewarding, I suppose, in that way. We do have the summon menu here. You can summon one at a time. I don't even have enough for a single summon, so, like, no point in me doing that. The Diamantium, I guess you'll call it. That's the premium currency. You spend money to use that, but once again, in Gachapon games, you often don't have to do that because it gives you enough to use. We have the more, which is player info, friends. I'm not going to show that off because that's personal details. But yeah, that's the basics of Dragalia Lost. I hope this, like, there's no reason for you to not try it because it's insanely addicting, and like even if you're getting kind of burnt out on the gameplay, remember you got that auto button. It makes things so convenient. Maybe you want to focus on building up your kingdom, just auto all the way through. In fact, there's probably a couple things I can upgrade here just so I don't have my workers being idle. Oh yeah, upgrade those flame altars. That'll increase the power of your teammates that are of that kind, so flame and wind respectively for me. Get that big 15 coinage, and yeah, that's about it. You can go here into the build menu. At adventures, we should have nothing apparently. Oh, that's right, because my smith worms are busy, because they're busy upgrading items. They'll be done in a second here. Yeah, there's just so many ways to like progress in this. You can progress by building up your castle. You can progress by leveling up your partners, by filling out their mana circles, really anything you want to do, and that's a sign of a good Gachapon game. My experience in Gachapon games doesn't really go too deep. I played... Here, we'll build a shadow altar, just because I have all this extra room to use. That's not what I wanted to do. Yeah, build that bad boy. It takes 3 seconds. It's no big D. And boom, our shadow players have more power. Yeah, I've played Puzzles and Dragons, didn't get too far into that, put a lot of time into Fire Emblem Heroes, which as far as gacha games go, Fire Emblem Heroes is a really weird one. I did delve slightly into, oh, this is going to be a bad confession, a slight bit into the Love Live one, maybe a little bit, but that's pretty much it as far as that goes. It's not my main thing to play, but it's a nice little distraction on your phone or your iPad or whatever you have. It'd be nice if they like release this on Switch eventually. I wouldn't mind that. I'm not sure if it would have crossplay, but there you go. Anyway, yeah, that's I think that's a pretty good coverall of the entire game. Obviously, I didn't delve into the story or anything, but you know, it's a gacha game. It's not really the most important part. It's just to unlock stuff, you know? That's how it is usually. Anyway, that'll do it. I hope this has convinced you to try out the game in any way. It's super fun, and don't worry about it being a free-to-play game. You really don't have to worry about that for like the first 10 hours of gameplay, so you should be just fine. And at that point, you know you love it. Spend money. Don't take that into account. You don't have to spend money. Anyway, yeah, that'll do it. See you all next time, and goodbye.
I wish I could